Oh,
He's
excellent.
been making sure to give you your space. I wasn't going to just throw him at you.
Yeah. Well, I think about after a couple more days and give her time to just settle with all the information that's been put into her head, essentially. She will start to seek him out. Like she does remember him, and like it's gonna be a bit awkward at first, but she's like, he's a friend, maybe. And I assume he's good looking, so she's just definitely gonna check him out.
The first day you find him, he's up in a tall tree. He's wearing this green tunic. The lights are barely are doing sunbeams, like certain rays all throughout the branches. And he just looks down at you, and he's just hey Bella.
Hey, yeah, I think it's gonna. Yeah, she'll definitely spend time with him, companionable. No, and over the course of the next few months, she will start to share what's happened and everything. Now I have to think very carefully about this because this could easily blow up in my face. But she is going to give him a small pouch with a certain stone fragment in it, and ask him to hide it somewhere very safe.
Over your talking, you clearly remember, and he hides in the safest place that only the two of you would know. A very special spot that you two had when you were kids.
Excellent.
And over the course of being with Link, this is when you actually meet a really interesting new friend.
Okay.
Someone who could potentially throw a wrench in things that if you need be. He calls himself Majora. He just has like this really elaborate mask on his face.
Ooh.
And like the first time you meet him, he's just doing the lotus cross-leg position, but he's floating in the air.
Okay.
And like his head cocks left, his head cocks right, and Link goes, "This is Majora. This is one of the last surviving primordials from the time of the birth of the universe."
Right, yes. It's a pleasure to meet you. And I bow a little.
Majora like floats down below to where you're bowing down with your head, and even you get the hint, like even behind his mask, he's giggling and laughing because you kind of hear it, and he has a big old smile on his face.
Yeah.
Will you be my friend?
Of course. I like friends.
I like you.
Thank you. I like you too.
Can we play hide and seek?
Of course.
You don't understand. Actually, you probably most likely remember who this character this is, and oh my god, you got a powerful ally. You befriend Majora.
I am only vaguely aware that Majora is from
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, okay, cool.
It's a extremely powerful mask that was going to make a moon crash down on Hyrule. That's how powerful Majora is.
Okay.
So essentially, yeah, you even in the time of Primordial, this is what Majora looked like, and he tells you stories of himself growing up and how he had to watch his siblings slowly disappear over time. He has no idea what happened to him. It's up to you to tell him that it was Tharizdun devouring.
I think Bella would carefully broach the subject of how Majora feels about Tharizdun and everything. So
Tharizdun seeked me out in my loneliness, and Big Brother said I would never be lonely again. That all of our brothers and sisters abandoned me. That I was bad, but he said I'm a good boy. I love my brother.
Well, I suppose one day I will maybe be your sister-in-law.
He hugs you.
And I hug him back.
I love you, new friend.
Thank you. And along with exploring the town and catching up with Link and hanging out with Majora, Bella also explores the wilderness area as well. It's like,
yay! I'm so happy.
Yeah, she just takes time to explore it, time to herself.
It's amazing. It's just the woods. It feels like they could go on forever.
Yeah.
And you find a beautiful pond with a waterfall descending from a cliff, and it's more of like a creek. It's perfect.
Yeah, I think that pond is going to be a favorite skinny dipping location for Bella.
Joy. Just for giggles, listeners, during this whole montage, there's like one night where Bella's skinny dipping and Majora and Link are trying to peek, and Bella catches them and throws a fireball at them.
Oh, definitely.
And Majora and Link are happily running away, just yelling, "Worth it!" This is a beautiful slice of moment for you, Bella.
Yeah,
and nothing's going to interrupt it.
Yeah, and it's not just one night that she skinny dips. She skinny dips alone when she can.
Well, I'm going to give you an event in this because I've been waiting for this. And I'm so happy that you're the one who, damn, you're good. I'm so happy you beat me to the punch, so this leads to the event organically. So you're heading to your spot, but then as you're approaching, you were going to go to your spot to undress, but then you see the water ripples up and you just see this perfect, just toned body, but it's just covered in scars of just countless, endless battles.
Okay.
And the gentleman like whips his hair and there's the sparkles as the water goes back. And so the way his hair works, it goes from like a grayish to a burgundy red down to near the bottom, that it goes to the back of his knees.
Okay.
And as you turn, you see that in the middle of his chest, it's just like what looks like it would be a crystal, but at the same time, it looks like it's a living crystal.
Ooh.
And it's right there in the center of his chest, and it's just constantly beating.
And now, who might you be?
Oh my! The stranger dips down to where only his mouth, his nose, and eyes are appeared, and it's bubbling, and you clearly hear him say, "Maria's gonna talk about this. Well, Bella, I wasn't hoping to meet you like this, but it is it's Tharizdun," and his face is just bright red.
Well, the first thing you can do is come up so I can admire you.
And you know what? I'm going to call you bluff. As Tharizdun, really blushing, comes out of the water. He is a perfect spectacle of a man. If I had to describe his body and physique, it would be Gaston. Just with the way the hair I described.
Yeah.
And he's just, and he is doing his best to, maintain, like, I'm not embarrassed. And
well, I do like what I see.
And that's when you break him, and he immediately jumps into the bushes to get his clothes.
Don't worry, I won't tell Maria about this.
Well, yeah, you know what? I have been doing my best to respect your space, and I feel like I have really messed up now, and I have ruined everything for myself. I am really sorry, because this seems that this was your personal area. I was not trying to intrude. I humbly apologize, Miss Bella. And I hope you can find it in your place to forgive me.
I don't see why we can't share. I mean, it's not like I come here every day.
Thank you. It's just, I worry because I've heard everything that you've had to go through. And you've had to suffer through all these things. And I figured that just you meeting me at some point would just automatically make you feel that I am just trying to manipulate you. And that's the last thing I want.
Oh, trust me. Anyone who tries to manipulate me is getting a fireball up their ass.
Hopefully this is my turn to make you blush, but that's that side of you that made me fall for you instantly.
She does her best to retain composure, but there is a small shy smile trying to creep across her face.
And as Tharizdun is fully dressed now, and he's no longer wearing that horrifying armor that all the other players have seen. He's wearing just a very humble, just brown vest with just the sleeves rolled up. He just has like a black cape, hooded cloak draped across his shoulders, blue pants that end in just some modest boots. He does a humble bow to you, Bella, and offers you a very beautiful flower. It shines and glistens in the moonlight. And he goes, "A moonflower for the one that I consider my moon."
Bella takes the flower. Thank you.
Thank you for even giving me the chance. and I cannot wait for the opportunity to, well, win your heart as you won my heart. And he goes to leave.
Wait, I have one question for you.
Anything.
Why did you devour your brothers and sisters?
Out of my brothers and sisters, the only one that was pure and whose song truly resounded with me was my littlest one, Majora. My other brothers and sisters, they just wanted chaos, anarchy, just to bring horror. Why couldn't there just be peace? It's ironic because I'm called the Unchained One, because I wanted there just to be order. Now, even though I devoured my brothers and sisters, they still exist inside of me. And the only two I will allow their ultimate decisions on their fate will be you and Majora.
And everyone else is but a puppet.
Everyone else is who they choose to be. No, they're not puppets. If they were puppets, this wouldn't be life. Once again, you misunderstand me. Everyone does, and I just want you the chance for you to see who I am.
I will give you that chance. One chance. Mess up. And, well, let's just say a fireball up your ass is going to be the least of your troubles. Is that clear?
Of course. And
I will hold you to it.
And to show you that I truly trust your decisions and where you think, we are to be having a trial for the events that transpired a few months ago. And I wish you to be the judge, the authority. I will trust any ruling you make.
I will do my best.
And
who are to be on trial?
It is to be the one that calls themselves Figs, the one who used to be with underneath Father Limmick, who calls himself the Doctor, another being who calls himself the Seer, and this so-called Solar King, who is masquerading himself as my son Everin.
Interesting.
And if you ultimately rule them to be innocent and let them go, I trust you. Oh, okay, outside of character, Harry, you didn't get arrested.
Right. Well, you have given me a lot to think on, and I'm sure they will give me a lot to think on as well. We shall see where things go.
Excellent. Now, I will let you have your time to yourself, and I should warn you now, I can already sense my little brother Majora is hiding behind those rocks, hoping to possibly get a peek at you.
Thank you. Now I know where to aim the firebolt.
He gives you a wink as he goes to leave.
I let him leave, and I aim a firebolt to where Tharsdoon pointed out.
Majora lifts up in the air with his butt on fire, and he just is flying through the air. Feet don't fail me now.
Alright, and once he's gone, then I'm going to enjoy, and then Bella is going to enjoy her skinny dipping.
We can hear Majora just, no!
Okay.
Alrighty. We are almost there. So,
right. Yeah.
We have had quite a few other people in the chat sitting and waiting patiently, but I had to get you, Phoenix, caught through the time that they were away.
Yeah.
Because now all the events that happened when they had came from their separate adventures and were arrested at the High Elf ship, and guess what?
What?
Bella gets time before the trial. Would you go see everyone?
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Of course she wouldn't. She's bringing her fancy law book with her.
Oh, what's really interesting is that you've been introduced to the new bailiff. It's this gentleman by the name of Harry. He has this jelly-like right arm.
Okay.
Harry, introduce yourself, please. You're the bailiff. You were hired. They like the cut of your jib, son.
All right, remind me what a bailiff is again.
You're basically the cop of the trial, dude. You're the one that goes, now rise for the honorable so-and-so, and if anyone gets out of line, you're there to make sure that they don't get stepped out of line.
But wouldn't I have been seen at the whole events that happened?
Tharsdoon forgave you. So this is fast forward after you arrived. When you came back from Bator, Harry, there were no guards waiting for you. It was Tharsdoon who apologized for everything you've gone through, for what you were put through, and if physical pain is what he has to go through, he'll do it. And to ask for your trust, he asked you to be the bailiff of his future bride's trial that she's going to be the judge of. And you were given your badge.
Now I'm not sure what makes things interesting. Terry still doesn't know half of what's going on.
That's why I did this. So
I think Harry looks uncomfortable having a badge. It's probably on a shirt under a coat.
Oh, everyone's been saluting you too, Harry.
Okay, and this is the same. Is this the same jurisdiction that my ex was a part of?
Wow. So Harry, I'm gonna let you know. You better believe it. And you've gotten quite a few messages left on your communication crystal. We'll go over those later.
Oh, Harry, you I'm gonna say it, Brian. You have put Harry in his own personal hell. More than the actual hell that he's gotta have to get out of.
I am having so much fun with this guy. And I hope I did a good job for you, Phoenix. I hope you enjoyed that.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, the badge is definitely under a coat, and he's got his trademark coat, no matter what uniform they gave him or anything. And I think he looks so uncomfortable. And I think he has been making subtle research into the whole thing that happened, because he doesn't know what's going on. He just knows he's suddenly in the group that he was planning to literally put the screws to. And I don't think he trusts any of this. I don't think he even thinks he's gotten out of hell. Let's put it that way. He looks like he thinks that, oh shit, I walked into another part of hell. They got me. And I think as you walk up, he's probably also looking at the communicator, uncomfortable, and just he's like, sorry, Fink. I hate that. What was the character's name again? I'm sorry, I'm asking that. It just my brain is.
Belmaya.
Okay, Belmaya. Hello, Miss. Wait, is it Miss Belmaya or is it just what? I'm sorry.
Call me Bella.
Nice to meet you, Bella. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, if I'm being honest. But Dave, your future husband seems to think I belong here. Which, if I'm being, I think he's like really quiet. You can't hear him. If I'm being honest, I feel like this is a trap.
You know what? It probably is. But we all have our parts to play.
Harry, you were talking about your ex, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to make your personal hell just even worse.
Oh no.
Because as you're getting led to where the prisoners are being held, Harry, there she is.
I think Ella probably hears him just muttering, what a flopping day.
Harry, the man of the hour. Look at you. I mean, why did I ever let you go?
You don't want me to answer that. I'm sorry. I'm my friend. I'm here with my friend here that I don't want to answer that because that would be just impolite. And I think he also he literally wiggles his. He kind of like waves his goo arm in front of them, like saying like, I wonder why.
Well, she looks at you and she's giving you those come thither eyes. We all know what kind of eyes, listeners. She's giving you those and she's just giving you the baby face. Oh, can't you forgive me? And plus, Harry, I mean, I hope you don't make policies, and I hope we can do it where I can date my boss, because you are supposed to be the new general in arms of the whole army.
Actually, that was the first thing I did as soon as I found out I had power, so I'm sorry. Nope. We're not getting it. We're not, nope.
I think if there's any consolation, I think you made the right choice.
She looks at you, Bella, and she looks at you next to Harry. Harry looks at you next to Bella, and she's just, Harry, I'm not going to quit you.
Well,
and
that's funny because you sure had an easy chance of it before.
She opens the door to where the prisoners are being held, and she goes, And she just like sniffs the air of where you were standing. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Character.
Oh.
Harry, if you're her boss, can't you just fire her?
I tried. I definitely wait. Actually, well, I guess I think Harry thinks about it. Goes like, could he? I feel like he would have tried, but I'll leave that for you, Brian. I feel like
This is the best comical moment I'm ever having, and I'm so happy Phoenix set this up for me again. So yeah, you have fired her, but she's still just there. You've had guards drag her away, and everyone's just given up.
yeah. I've tried, and they.
Would you like me to try? And Bella's smile is enough that you can see just one of her little fangs.
Ooh.
Yes, please.
I turn to this woman, and my smile is polite, but it is not reaching her eyes.
Oh no.
You have 1 hour to vacate this entire area. Otherwise, well, let's just say fireballs won't be your only problem.
She just
Perhaps
looks...
my husband will be your problem.
She is just dropping beads of sweat down the side of her face, and she just backs away to the exit, and she just mumbles to herself, well, I can just watch him in his sleep anyway, while he sleeps anyway, and she runs away.
All right.
Thank you, Bella.
Don't worry, I'm going to call in a few favors to make sure she doesn't disturb you again.
I appreciate it.
All right.
If it puts everything into context, he holds up his arm, his wiggly glue arm. I found out they were working with making more people like this, and this is how messed up this whole thing is. I used to just be a thief. I'm gonna admit that right there, because if you did this favor to me, I feel like I should be honest about that.
Honestly, given everything that's happened over the last 3 months, I think you being a thief is the least of our... Now, let's go talk to these prisoners and figure out a way out of this trap that has been laid. And I'm pretty sure it's a trap.
Me too. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Tharizdun is useful, but I definitely don't trust him. Not even if he does have a body to die for.
Oh my.
I agree. Let's put it this way. I was a thief who found out they were doing stuff like this to people. I went to her to let her know that they were doing shitty stuff, and now somehow the people who did the shitty stuff, they put me in charge of.
Well, one problem at a time. Let's go talk to Let's go talk to our friends.
So,
agreed.
Yes. All right, dear friends. It's now finally time. Listen,
I want to say one last thing. I think as they're walking off, Harry starts to relax. I think he, it's funny because I think he says, Bella, you remind me of a new friend I made a little recently, and I think we're going to be good friends. If how that friendship has gone so far.
Well, hopefully. I like friends.
Me too. Friends are better. Friends are good. Friends make the hell that life can be bearable.
Allow me to describe what we come to where the prisoners are, of where the doctor, the seer, and Figs are being held. Everyone is being held in a very separate cell because he's so dangerous. Impersonating the prince? How dare he? But the 3 guards that are watching over the cell, they're not... These guards look weird, and Bella, you recognize one of them. It's BB. So it's BB, Lord Nibbles, and Twinkie. They each have like guard hats on, and they are like each one of them has like the most evil look on their face, just happily looking at everyone in the cell. Just
BB, what are you doing here?
Inside BB's mind, the monologue that goes, I have traversed many places. The plane of air. I met a genie, received a piece of the reality wheel, and met many friends along my way. But I am here now as a god. And outside, all you hear is a rough. And she happily jumps on you and gives you kisses.
I will give her the best pets in her life.
She is just doing booty dances and happily running in a circle around you.
Harry immediately hugs Twinkie.
Twinkie is just so happy to see you.
Would I, at any point, have picked up a scroll of Speak with Animals?
Of course you would.
Excellent! I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Bella, it is great that you can finally understand me.
Yes, what are all of you doing here?
We have been through so much. When we went through what happened at the prison, we were teleported to many different planes. Me, the one known as Lord Nibbles, my best friend and rival, and this, my bestest of friend now, the one known as Twinkie. We were in the elemental plane of air. We met a genie. It was amazing.
Okay.
And I received this. And BB motions to her collar, and around her collar is a piece of the reality wheel.
Well, that's good news. But why are you guarding our friends? My friends. Who asked you to do it?
When we arrived, Tharsdoon was waiting. We grew terrified that we had met our end, but he said, "No, I would never harm such amazing individuals. No, you're much more than just pets. Our companions, you are your own people." And he said, "And to prove this, I will allow you to watch over your owners." We accepted the deal because we feared this was a trap.
To be honest, it more than likely is a trap. One that we have to get out of. All of us get out of. I won't lie and I won't deny that Tharsdoon has his uses. Right now he does. But I would also rather all of you alive and free to mess up whatever plans he has going on. I will do my best to also mess.
The one known as Lord Nibble is that giant space hamster. He has told me he has been speaking with his owner, and they think the best way is to win the trial, prove their innocence, because they have done great deeds that show they are for the people, not against them. They would never try to destroy anything without purpose. I think we should trust these ones.
We should, yes. That's why I'm here. I am the judge of this trial, and I need you all alive, and I need to keep you all alive.
BB just booty dances in happiness, like, "This is most favorable. The odds are in our favor. We could possibly completely pull the wool over Tharzoon's eyes and save all our friends."
We can, yes.
But I will let you speak to the owners now. And BB goes over and, with a key in her mouth, she opens the cell door for you. And, all right, friends, the seer, doctor, and Figs, take it away.
Who wants to go first?
I can go first, dearie.
Go ahead, the seer.
I'm just sitting around reading a lovely book.
Lord Nibbles has been getting you some very interesting books lately, the seer. So apparently, some people had heard rumors of you in the prison, and they also heard of this Solar King. And so what you're reading right now is what is known as yaoi fan fiction of you and of you and the Solar King hooking up.
Okay, first of all, dearie, I'm a lot more creative than this. But I do give the lovely writers some very, very humble praise for portraying me physically so very accurately. Nibbles, who's the author of this?
It's you. From what you're gathering, it's multiple authors, and this is volume 15.
My face is so red right now.
And let's not mention the spinoff that was just all about when the doctor was trying to steal you away.
Oh yeah, well that was a fun little read too.
The series was called Dr. Love.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, whoever wrote this definitely done research about me, and I give it my approval.
And actually, to reward you, Sam, because of this, and this is your guys' first hint in how to beat this trial, you read on one of the back of these books, you see the name Saria, and it's the leader of the. You remember the elder chief daughter that you left at the Dragonborn ship?
Oh yeah, I gave her a beautiful bouquet of roses. Compliments of the prince.
She's the author of this book.
A fan. I should probably write to her and thank her for such a lovely walk. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Lord Nibbles, I need a pen and paper, please.
He happily brings you a pen and paper.
So I write a lovely little thank you note, and with love, the seal. And I give it to Lord Nibbles so he can ship it away. As I continue to read this ship.
It gets very hot and steamy. So
I do really appreciate the accurate details of me getting kicked out of a previous show for very similar accusations, dearie. But at least that prison now allows conjugal visits.
And actually, over the time since you've been in the cell, you have had a visitor this year.
I have.
Yes, because strapped across your chest is what looks like a backpack until if someone was to look close, because then they would just hear it's a baby mimic.
Well, it's a good thing she's asleep because I wouldn't read this in front of her, dearie.
This is the Oracle. This is the Seer's baby.
Yes, it is.
That the Seer had with Gary the Mimic.
Ooh.
And right now the Oracle is sleeping.
Like I said, I wouldn't read this in front of her.
But so what it is what you're seeing is like a little backpack with just cute little baby eyes that are closed right now. And just like a little cute little baby mouth where like just below where the backpack opens.
Of
Aww.
course she's cute. She's my daughter. And such a lovely little princess she is. I should probably add, I made a little flower crown with moonflowers.
This is just, you've just made her even more adorable. I'm giving you advantage when we start the actual trial. But, so, you still have the floor this year. Was there anything else that you've been doing during your time?
Well, since I've been locked up, DM, exactly how long have I been locked up for?
Okay, so since the time that you were gone, it was only 2 months. So you've been in the cell for 1 month. Everyone has. You've all been locked up for 1 month. You were gone for 2.
2 months.
So for total now, it's been 3 months now since the big event happened.
And
Yeah.
how often has my lovely little mimic friend Gary been visiting me?
Every other day.
Aw.
And you were about to say, Sean?
I just realized something. With the time that Gary has been back, has he actually been able? I think he would have subtly been looking. First, he would have been shocked to find out that supposedly the guy with the radio voice that he had trouble hearing during the big moment was the he's basically been rocked by but first that this guy existed. He didn't know this guy existed. And then that supposedly they were faking being this other person. But I feel like he would have been looking into what evidence do they have that he was a fake.
Well, guess what? Just as I said, you're literally the new general in arms, so you've had access to every information, and there's nothing redacted. So you got what you needed. And specifically, one more time, what did you want to know specifically?
What was the evidence that Aaron I can't forget how to pronounce it.
Okay, it is just circumstantial evidence because Figs is a changeling. They believe with her changeling connections that she had a mimic join with her. It's just circumstantial and at best. There is no physical evidence. Holy shit. Good job, Sean. That was a great fucking thing to do.
And here's the thing. Wouldn't he have also had access to the fact that Aaron went out an air vent?
Yeah.
But they never found a body.
Yeah. Once again. So when you get all this information, I imagine you've been providing that to the attorney. I'm not going to force you to do that. That's up to you.
Yeah, he would be giving it to the attorney.
And sitting in the corner is the actual attorney. You've been nice enough to let him come here every day. And there's this gentleman in a blue suit who has slicked back that hair that ends back in 3 different spikes. And he's just overlooking all the paperwork and evidence that you've gathered for him. So so Mr. Phoenix has just been reading over everything.
Oh God! Oh no!
But fucking great job, Sean.
I'm waiting for us to get to cease and desist.
Hey, this is transformative. So
is it?
Yes. So But great job on that, Sean. That was a really big thing to do. Now, the seer.
Oh, and I would say,
Oh.
I'm going to throw you a little curveball here, a little NPC to throw in,
Uh-huh.
Ryan.
Yes.
Because I feel like he has been doing this. He's been looking at this secretively, actually, even though he has the full power. He's kind of like, because I think he the first night he was involved in all this, and he took over. I feel like he kept to himself, and I feel like he was just shuffling cards.
Ooh, okay.
And he sees. Oh wait, I first I gotta ask, what races are in? Would I know of that are in here? Like, I guess, is there any cat races?
Oh, you mean in the prison?
No, in the military, and like in like.
Oh, you mean like? Oh, yeah. There are actually some Malkavian and Tabaxis. Yes. So these are the difference between Malkavians and Tabaxis. Malkavians actually look just more like actual house cats, where Tabaxis are more of that humanoid cat aesthetic.
Okay, so definitely, I feel like he saw. I feel like it's probably this is probably in a lunchroom, and he probably saw this Tabaxi on their own and walked over and offered to play cards with them, and that's.
Oh, I know what you're going for, because this Tabaxi has gray fur and he has like a vest on. He has like a puff up vest, like a vest on.
Yeah.
And you guys really connect, and yeah, you guys do the Arnold Schwarzenegger hand grasp, and he's your boy now.
Yeah, because I feel like Harry is smart enough not to do it directly, and I think before he became friends with Bella, he has to have made one friend where he trusted this, and I feel like this is the best way to set that up.
I'm going to reward you, because this is going to be one of the, since I know exactly what character you're going for, I'm going to consider this one of the assassins for the military. So he's just gone on an information gathering for you. But yeah, he's your boy.
Yeah, I think we've related on shitty relationships we had. I probably am I will say that Harry has been a much better commander than the last commander. That Gith asshole, or is it Githy? Is it Githian or Githyanki? Whatever the bald psychic assholes are.
Okay, yeah, I like it. Good. Okay, now out of this, because before we go back to the seer, because Sam just had to step out real quick. Who's going to go next between the Doctor and Figs over what you guys have been doing over the last month?
I'd like to go last.
Sure, I'll go.
Alrighty, Figs. So during your time here, every other day, Bastian has been coming to visit you.
Mm-hmm.
And then how would you have reacted to when he came in and then there was his sister and his father, but he's not that evil tyrant looking Lord Giffman? He's actually very kind and benevolent and gentle looking. And he has said, I will have all of my funds available to get you out of this. And that's why that's how you guys actually got your attorney, Figs.
Nice.
And he said, he goes, I will make sure that my future daughter is safe. And how dare they do this to my future daughter?
So the first thing she would have done before she got visited was roll the Arcana on the bars to see if they're enchanted.
Oh, you better believe it. That is actually what is dampening and keeping you from being able to utilize the reality wheel. It's not just the bars, it's everything.
Shit. Okay.
Everything has, because yeah, you guys have these pieces of the reality wheel. That was like the one insurance against this, was to keep you guys from.
Oh yeah, I did solve the mine.
All right. So, and then next, what would you be doing after doing that?
I can't slip out of it, so I guess it'd be mostly like just contacting Bastion and stuff, and maybe doing things. Let's see what I can do. Because I can't do magic. Weapons probably confiscated. Do I still have my mask?
Well, great diddly dee. They didn't take those away.
That's good. Honestly, she'd probably just be working out when she's not talking to, like, Bastion and his family.
And the entire time, like, Freya has been, like, oh my god, telling you about the wedding they have planned for you guys. That they're going to have like a 3-story tall cake.
Fix kind of looks sad every time it's brought up, but she like quickly hides it.
Oh. You know what? Hold on. Nope, that is not missed upon Papa Giftman. Why do you look so sad, honey? What's wrong? If I'm going to be your future father-in-law, I need to know what's wrong. And I will do everything in my power to fix it.
Just, I thought I would be able to just come back and be with him, and Thar's dunes ruined in my life.
Lord, oh, you have just said the right words. Lord Giftman, even in his gentle face, if I was to do the equivalent, there would be like a picture of a volcano erupting from just how much his rage just went through his head. If you were about to cry, he would have wiped it away because he's just, I'm going to get you out of this. And every tear you have shed, I'm going to make him pay 1,000-fold. From this day forward, New Haven will be seceding from the cluster. And to prove and to finally rid you of what has caused you so much pain, after you are free, I will be declaring war on Tharsdoom. Bastion, it's time for you to stand up, and I need you to lead my armies, son. He looks at you, Figs, cups your hand in his, and goes, I would do anything for her. So you better believe I'm ready to go to war.
She's definitely gonna try to get a kiss in.
Oh, you better believe you two share a very, very passionate and deep kiss between the two of them. And you finally get a ring. This was actually designed by Trillium, Bastion's mother.
Oh.
It's a very special stone, just for you. I'll DM you the special benefits of it later.
Okay.
And I actually need to go back to Bella real quick, because I need to ask you one big question, because there's one thing. Did you ever make a decision about Aku?
She did, and she did not go with him because she has the answer she needs for better revenge from the book, the third sight.
Aku, alrighty. That's all I needed to know. Excellent.
Shit, did I just piss off at someone? Yeah.
Actually, no. You gained his respect.
Ooh.
And he's going to do everything in his power to get to see your fate. He wants it so bad. Oh God, he's going to offer you something. So, and now it's finally time. Mr. Mortis, the doctor. It's your turn.
So, my physical appearance has changed a little bit since the last time Bella saw me. For one, my tattoos are gone, and I bulked up, so there's just a different air about me. And so just stepping out wherever I'm sitting, this is, hopefully Bella notices there's just a different air about me now.
Ooh, okay.
Hi, Bella.
Wow, you've changed. Hang on.
Did a lot of sit-ups and drank a lot of juice.
I can imagine.
That new look is lovely. Too bad we gotta meet in a shithole like this.
Well, that's why I'm coming here. Apparently, I'm the judge for your trial.
Oh, wouldn't this be conflict of interest visiting us? Not that I'm not happy to see you.
Absolutely not. Because my dearest husband-to-be, and you can literally hear the air quotes, in the air quotes in that, is Tharsdoom. And I suspect this is a trap, and that he wants to get rid of any opposition, shall we say. And I mean, I won't deny he hasn't been tempting in his own way, but quite frankly, I would rather my friends alive than dead.
Bella, I'm not worried about my life.
I am. Buckle up, because I'm getting you out of here alive.
I got the biggest smile on my face. Well, our blue jelly-armed friend over there told me what the charges were, and evidence is going to be the biggest thing here. Even for Desert Dude, whatever that ass is calling himself now, the Unchained One, whatever.
Emperor of the Cluster, yada yada yada.
Lord of the Asshats. But I think I have something that can help.
Okay.
Alright, so this is going to get a little messy, so just relax. You can trust what I'm doing. I am a doctor, after all. Oh yeah, I'm no longer cursed.
I trust you with my life. So, let's get on with it.
Okay. So the doctor holds out his left forearm and he jabs his fingers into his skin of his left hand, and he's just like pushing his fingers underneath his skin, and he's pulling something out that he had hidden, and it's another bracelet of return, similar to the one he gave Bella, and there's a key as well to it.
Oh.
Bella, I kind of always knew I'd end up in jail. I mean, living a life as, well, sharing the wheel with somebody, not a matter of if, it was a matter of when this was going to happen, and this was my escape plan. This is similar to the bracelet I gave you, only this got two charges on there. The evidence we're looking for is in my mask. The last place I remember it was at Sin's bar. Put my mask on, and you will see the truth. You have evidence of everything.
I have people I can send to get that mask, and I will get it one way or the other.
Well, I'm giving you this anyway, because like I said, I'm not worried about myself. But if anything would happen to you, I look away like shamefully, like I'm trying to stop myself from like embarrassing myself.
I understand. I think if anything were to happen to the people I love, well, let's just say I learned a new trick, and I don't think people would be very happy if I landed it on them. But, well, if anything happens to my friends, well, I don't see why I can't unleash meteor swarms.
What? You learn meteor swarms?
She just grins. Oh, I found a book on fire magic. Quite interesting.
You never cease to amaze me, Bella. I always knew you were special and amazing, and I can't say that I'm surprised that you learned that.
I try my best.
So I'm gonna pass to Bella the bracelet and the key.
I accept, and I hide them in my bag of holding.
And could I get a hug before you go?
Of course, and I will give him a hug.
He whispers in your ear, "Don't trust Thesden. He's gonna come off as slick and like he changed, but he's still the same evil son of a bitch he always was."
And I whisper back, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, even if his body is hot.
Right, stupid sexy Thesden.
And then I continue whispering, but as long as he has his uses, I don't see why I can't make use of him until we need to actually destroy him.
They just use protection.
Well, yes. Obviously.
A wink at you.
Obviously. I mean, I am playing a dangerous game, but, well, apparently my life has become what it is, so I don't see why I can't play it.
Well, dear listeners, I just rolled for something, and I get to do this now.
Uh-oh.
So, you noticed that sitting on the bench there was a gear-forged Loxodon, and it just like curled up in a fetal position ball, and it's shaking in fear violently.
Can I check on it?
Oh, Doctor, he just looks at you and he goes, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here, he's here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh my.
Bella, get out of here.
Oh, just as entering the cell, as the doctor says, this is three gentlemen. One of them has like a very sharp, pointy looking nose, a bald spot in the middle of his head, and bang, you notice this Dr. Fang immediately grips down into the ground. His fingers are just like, all of his nails rip out from how extremely pissed he is when he sees this gentleman, and you just hear him say, "Grandpa?" And then next to him, oh, Doc, you recognize this motherfucker. It's what looks like a centaur, but he has no mouth, and he has these antennae on the top of his head. And then standing in the front of them is the prosecution. It's a gentleman in a red jacket with a really frilly collar.
Oh no.
Really, Phoenix? You are who I am to do battle with.
Phoenix.
Number 3. I am sorry, number 47. 47. And you, Doctor, we are here to prove you are the worst of them all. A true monster. A true criminal.
I've
My
been called
dear,
worse.
do you know what you are hugging?
I know I am hugging my friend.
He is a murderer who killed so many of my most beloved friends. And I look forward to showing you just what kind of man Timothy Mortis is. And this entity that's saying that, the centaur that's saying this, you're just hearing this in your head because he has no mouth.
Can I sense his thoughts?
Oh, God. All you sense from him, Doc, is murder, 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 murder. I'm going to fucking kill you. Your ass is mine. If we weren't in this cell right now, I would bury you in the ground.
Well, as lovely as this visit is, I'm not done speaking with the prisoners yet. So kindly vacate.
Well, I am actually here to speak to the filth there. That was my grandson. You're not my grandfather. Please get him away from me. And Doc, Fang is crying violently as he's trying to dig through the wall. Get him away from me.
Would you like me to go get my future husband?
How dare you?
I will.
Use
I will. If you do not leave, I am not done speaking with the prisoners.
Calm down, Theros. It's fine. Okay, this'll one. Let her have this. I apologize. We'll leave right now. We were just here to have him see his grandson. That's all. No ill will. And I guess you could consider me family to that gear forged back there. So that was my reason for being here, but I will leave. Because you are correct. You are the bride of Tharazdun, and he is the one who I am his right hand. So I will listen to you.
Thank you very much. I will let you know when I am done.
Of course. And he leaves.
Flip him off.
As Theros is turning around, he gives one last look at Fang. Fang just collapses to the ground, just violently crying.
I want to comfort him.
Fang just grips onto you tight, Doctor. He was supposed to be God. That's my grandfather's body, but that's not his voice.
I want to fill him in. Oh wait. Since I've been in prison for a month, like, wouldn't I have already filled Fang in on everything? Right, like
he thought there was no way that was possible. He didn't believe it. There was no way. He just didn't want to believe it. So he sees it's all true now.
Don't worry, I will find a way to get you out. And Tharazdun did say he did say that whatever judgment I gave down, he would respect, and I plan to hold him to that.
You know. Go ahead. You finish first.
Though I may have to consult one of my many books to see about oaths that you cannot break. And after all, if I can name each of you in an oath that he will leave you alone and never send anyone else after you, I think that could work.
And speaking of books, Bella.
Yes?
As you're looking around at everyone else and your friends, that's when you really take a good, hard look at the seer. And you just think back to the biography of Merlin and the description of his son. Granted, that was a child. That is the spitting image of the seer. You thought maybe it was just a coincidence. It's not.
I walk up to the seer and I just cross my arms and it's like, I suppose this makes us cousins. And I recite the family tree. Bella recites the bloody family tree.
And you just now figured that out, dearie.
You knew all this time.
Well, of course I knew. My father was a monster, but I will give him this much credit, dearie. At least he was honest about the history of our family. Well, let me ask you this. If I would have been the one who told you, would you have actually believed me?
Unlikely.
Well, everything within this time, dearie.
You have a point. But it is interesting that there's no one else like us. Apex predators is what he thought we were.
I think that is a question for you to find out on your own. Because I keep my family business to myself. For many reasons, dearie. I'm a monster in many ways on the battlefield. But outside of that, I protect my family. And then I look at Oracle, and I hold her tight.
And I'm getting quite sick of people hiding things from me.
Yes, but here's the thing. You didn't believe anything before now, have you?
No.
There you go. We may be cousins, dearie, but we are also strangers. So blood doesn't really mean much in that regards. And I have my reasons to keep my things to myself.
You are correct. It is, I suppose, over the last 3 months I've had quite a lot to think about. I have learned, seen a few things that I would rather not have known about my father figure. But I know this. We need to work together to get out of whatever trap Tharizdun has laid for us. And I don't know why you're in here, but I'm sure you'd have some good leads on evidence.
Well, they don't call me the CEO for nothing, dearie. I'm sure if I use a little divination, I could get a much better picture of what I need to know. And I'll be sure to let you in on the little secret as well.
Then do it.
I cast divination.
The seer, what would you like to know?
I want to know who set up this trap, and how do we win the case?
This is where, all right, you guys ready? You just be honest. You guys are honestly really good people. I don't care how you call yourselves. You're actually really good people and characters. You guys have been really inspirational to a lot of different NPCs. All you got to do is call upon your friends, and they are going to be more than happy to testify. They do that. There is no jury, no anyone that would plead against you. There you go.
And then I relay that to Bella.
Right.
Oh, and the answer, who set up the trap? This was a joint effort. Now, this is where I'm going to kind of maybe surprise you. Because it wasn't Tharizdun who actually set up this trap.
He's trapped as well.
Yep. So it was actually Marie Antoinette. It was Marie and Lumiere. There you go, this year.
Marie Antoinette and Lumiere. I haven't heard those names in a long time.
You just watch Bella's face go stone cold blank. Well,
I'm guessing you know them personally, dearie?
I do indeed.
And how do you know them?
Lumiere is my butler, shall we say. And Marie
so
Antoinette...
it was the butler that did it, dearie.
What was that, Sam? I missed that.
So it was the butler that did it.
And
I love you so much.
Marie has been kind, and mid-sentence Bella just stops, and you can almost see her as she's ticking over the information in her skull.
The seer's gonna take his daughter and gently put her on his bed and quietly move back closer to Bella. And he undoes his buttons on his shirt. And he shows her the thousands and thousands of scars. Careful of who you trust, dearie. Sometimes it's the people that we love the most who causes us the most pain.
I agree.
Take it from me.
So, if she said that means Tharizdun is trapped. That means he could be an ally, but one I would need to be subtle about. Because if Marie is doing all of this, then she holds something over Tharizdun.
And what, I wonder, that may be. Then I have to wonder if I have enough energy to cast divination again.
You know, that last line you just delivered is actually the perfect point that I have to do the cliffhanger now.
Okay.
That was such, god damn it. Because, so the last scene that we'll actually see as the seer says that is we just see Marie Antoinette just sitting there swirling a glass in her hands as a flame just goes across and reveals the real Genova. She has a truly alien-looking form, but a very feminine-looking face. Sephiroth appears and kneels to his mother, and she strokes her son's face. Soon, Sephi, everything will be mine. And she takes a nice, long drink. And, dear listeners, in the next episode, we go into the trial. So get excited. And until the next one, everyone, goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, let me get Craig stopped.
No, wait, no, don't stop, Craig.
Okay,
I have one last thing to say on this from a great man whose name starts with R, and he says the most grave of sayings. The weed of crime grows bitter fruit, you old hag, Genova.
Yes.